Hey everybody, I'm pushing this content out a little bit early for two reasons. One, I'm getting ready to go on a business trip for a few days, so I'll be unavailable. And two, there is a hunt buff tomorrow. Now, my recommendation is that Caides is not a hunt buff hunt. It's slow. Even the one-shot teams are comparatively slow. I think for hunt buff events, you should stick to Banshee and Wyvern, and save Caides for background battling with your surplus stamina. However, if you decide you want to run Caides for a hunt buff, this is a fabulous team if you can't pull off the one-shot teams in my other videos. The problem with the one-shot teams for Caides is they require incredibly high endgame level gear to build these one-shot teams. This team runs free-to-play units with relatable gear, I'd say late mid-game gear, and it's fast. This is a 100-second team, just a little over a minute and a half per run, and it has a very high success rate. It's not uncommon for me to see 29 out of 30 and 28 out of 30 on my success rates when I run this. In fact, that's the average. I've even had a few runs where it's given me a full 30 out of 30. So if you're looking for a really good background battling team or a low gear investment Caides farm team, this is the team for you. So here's a team of two 3-star units, a 4-star unit, and Iseria. For Iseria, she needs a few things. One, you need 65% or higher effectiveness to make sure you land breaks, keep her in the 230 to 240 speed range, and give her enough tankiness where she can take a few hits. Now I know this is a limited artifact, but if you have Miss Confille, it's best in slot because it'll reduce your defense break miss RNG by 60% every time she hits. So that's a good one to have. If you don't have this artifact, the team still works. You'll just be a little bit more at the mercy of 15%. Next is Singelica. Now you'll notice my imprint is relatively low. It's because I made a brand new Singelica for this. The 200% effectiveness helps keep her from getting stunned on stage 1, and she needs to be about 150 to 155 speed. Faster than that won't work, and you'll see why when we get deeper in the fight, but that makes sure she goes after the Caides jumps so she can apply her attack buff to Camilla, otherwise the attack buff can get stripped. I just put a damage artifact on her. You could run Water Gun, you could run Card of Small Miracles, there's a whole host of artifacts you could put on her, including a healing one. And Camilla, don't worry, she doesn't have to be on Rage Set. I just put mine on Rage Set so that she would be a little bit better of a unit in Hall of Trials. You could run any Camilla as long as she hits the points of 65% effectiveness and is speed tuned to go after Sinful Angelica but before Commander CLorina. So 130 to 135 speed is a good spot for her. I put her on Jacko's Symbol again for extra damage and the 10% effectiveness for Hall of Trials fights. You don't have to put her on this limited artifact. In fact, you could put her on, okay, it's limited to, but almost everybody has them. You stick her on Portrait. If you want to put damage on her, you could stick her on Daydream Joker. Or you could put her on another boosting artifact like Water Gun to make CLorina hit harder. And my CLorina, put her back on Attack Boots since I'm not using her in the side story anymore. And I made sure she has Pen Set this time, unlike the last video. That's a little embarrassing. But just build as high a damage one as you can get. If you don't have Rage Set, you can run Destruction or Attack Set. Just the more damage she has on her, the faster, cleaner, and less fails this run will have. So a little timer in the upper right hand corner is just to show you the speed of the run. And that right there is why I like to have the effect resistance on Singelica. She might have gotten stunned by that attack, which could have bricked the run. As long as this defense break hits, you're in good shape. Well, I shouldn't say that. That defense break can miss, because Sinful Angelica will apply attack buff, and that'll make Camilla dual attack. And if Camilla dual attacks, there's a 50% defense break there as well, and that should clear the first phase. If you don't quite clear the first phase, CLorina will get another attack and definitely clear it, so you don't have to be built this strong. You'll still clear phase 1. Iseria resets Sinful Angelica because she's the only person on the team that's used skills, so the reset guarantees into her. That's because you have Lorina and Camilla's skills turned off. Because Iseria went first, she'll take all of the hits. Now that everybody's gone and has been stripped, Sinful Angelica will reapply her attack buff. That'll let the dual attack happen with Camilla. You get another chance at a defense break, another hit from Lorina, and we've already got the Caides down to 40% health.
I pledge myself.
Now you reapply your defense break. If the defense break doesn't stick, remember you still get another chance at a defense break when Camilla does her dual attack. This would be so much faster if not for this incredibly long animation. Boom, boom, 10% health, boom, boom, dead, and Lorina still had another attack after that, so even if my damage was significantly lower, it was still a full clear. Minute and 40 seconds, that's 100 seconds from start to death. Very stable, very fast team, and probably the lowest gear requirement of any team I've seen out there. So if you're running Caides for Hunt Buff, I hope this helps. If you're not, this is a great background battling team while you're doing RTA or other aspects of Epic 7. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. Oh, and if you want to try one of the one-shot teams, check out the video in the upper left-hand corner. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.